What is up, everybody? It's Sam, and we are back with another episode of Pessimistic at Best, the podcast. And I have Colton on the pod.
Hello.
I'm excited to have you here because I know that we have pretty much all the same podcast taste.
Yeah, we do.
So I know you're going to be good at this.
Yeah, I hope so. I've listened to enough.
It's so funny because I feel like every single time that I've either seen a live podcast or have even just like been at any of their comedy shows, you're always there as well.
Yeah, literally. Or like on TikTok, like some of the creators, and then I'll see like
who else is like
comment on it, which feels like such a private thing that like no one you know should actually see what you comment on TikTok.
Oh, totally.
So I'll never like the comment because I'll just that was your thing.
No, you can call me out.
No, I won't. I'm like that's your thing. I won't comment on this one.
No, like I love to be up in there. You know?
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite podcast?
Maybe my favorite and my oldest. Like the first one I ever listened to is probably my favorite, Murder.
Okay.
I have three genres, and it's just pure murder, dumb comedy,
totally,
and then like education ones,
yeah,
like, sciencey ones,
for sure.
Yeah, that's it.
I never got into the murdery ones. I feel like I would love them. I think that if I dipped a toe in, all of a sudden I'm drowning.
Yeah, yeah, literally, maybe.
Yeah.
There's only a couple that some of them I despise. Some I think are just like grabby, but I only listen to a few of them. But I do love them. I can't get enough.
Well, because like even, the kind of pre-podcast version of that is like, all of those murder drama
Yeah, we've
shows.
always been obsessed with true crime.
Of course.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, my family was raised on those. I feel like that was always playing in the household. Honestly, the amount that my parents exposed me to that, I'm kind of like...
Okay, but Dateline was scary.
100%.
Like when I was young, my mom would be watching Dateline. I'd be like, I'm going to bed. This is scary. Like I can't watch this. My favorite murder, that podcast, it's like half comedy, half
true.
Murder, and they always are like, they're like, okay, let's talk about something nice now.
Yeah. Well, because what is your take on the sort of some people think it's bad?
Exactly like what you just said. We've always been interested in true crime.
Yeah.
And I think the podcasters that I listen to that do true crime are always very intentional about like telling stories that don't ever get told.
Yeah.
Like
that's
Indigenous women that go missing. Like
100%.
Like when the Gabby Petito thing happened and everyone was talking about it. Like one of the podcasts I listened to was like, and we're gonna do like 10.
Yeah.
That you would never hear otherwise.
Right. Because the news doesn't care.
Because the news doesn't care.
Yeah.
But y'all can hate. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't keep listening.
Totally. No, they're insanely popular for a reason.
Exactly.
I would say my main genre is the comedy ones.
Yeah.
Like, I just love to listen to Two Friends Gab, which I think is ultimately what inspired this. But
yeah, I have several of those.
No, there's so many.
Yeah.
I feel like I know you listen to Seek Treatment.
Of course.
And you listen to Ride.
Yes.
What are some of your others?
This is like dating me way back to like OG YouTube in the heyday, but I still listen to Psychobabble with Tyler Oakley and Corey Cool.
Yes.
Every day, or every week it comes out. And then This Might Get Weird with Grace and Mamrie. I've just been like, why would I stop?
No, totally.
It's like
we're vested.
A half hour every week.
Right.
I also cannot be in my own thoughts ever.
Yeah.
I need to have.
I'm the same. It's so bad.
I need to drown it out.
I know.
So the moment I wake up, headphones in, what day is it? Tuesday? It's a Seek Treatment day. Wednesday, got it. And then the worst is when you've run out of all new episodes. You're like, what am I gonna like backlog today?
And God forbid that they take a break.
The worst.
Yeah.
I hate the holidays.
I know. I feel the same. I feel like it's funny too because I used to have a commute, and so I like listened to podcasts honestly a lot more. And then I started working from home, and I had to kind of like refigure out what my routine would be.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, well, okay, I either need to like get up early and then just like do this while I'm doing my little morning routine, or I need to force myself to go on a walk because now I need to catch up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I am someone who like when I'm in the house, I am silent. Like I don't play music on a speaker while I'm like cleaning. I am AirPods in.
Yeah.
Quiet as a mouse. I won't even laugh out loud. This is me hearing the funniest joke ever. Like, I don't know what childhood trauma I have that does not allow me to like take up space in my own home. But I am just like, quiet.
James has the opposite of the problem, where if he's watching something, even if he sees like a tweet or a meme that makes him laugh, he will laugh out loud.
Oh,
like loudly throughout the home.
Yeah.
I could be on a meeting, doesn't matter. And I am like, sometimes I don't know what trauma I have where I'm like, you're pissing me off. And he's like, oh, my joy makes you upset.
Yes, actually. Sorry. Like,
yeah, shut the fuck up.
No, my boyfriend Alex, and he works from home, and we just moved, but at our old apartment, he would either work from the office, which means the kitchen. He's always in meetings and he's always talking.
Yeah.
So it's just always loud. Or he's in the dining room, so the entire kitchen. It's just like no matter where he's working, the whole house is taken up. And of course, he'll like be on the call, walking around with his laptop, opening doors, coming into my like where I am, and then he'll go back and he won't shut the door, obviously. So then I have to like get up, and I'm like, you just be quiet for once.
Totally.
So now at our new place, he's got an office that has a door.
Right.
It'll still never be shut by him. Yeah. I will have to shut the door, but at least there's a little bit of separation.
Well, I feel like it's different for you probably because the days that you are home, you're not working.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I want the house.
Totally.
Yeah.
Hey, you have your day off. You need to be able to relax.
I don't want to be working at Taco Bell with you.
Yeah, totally. And that's a reasonable thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't had an in-person job besides like a little bit hybrid.
Yeah.
I haven't had an in-person all the time job, honestly, since like working in the service industry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love in person.
Yeah. It's good to get out of the house.
It's good to get out of the house. I love to have a little commute. I love to just leave the office and then not.
It's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like, how did you decide that you wanted to land like working among plants?
Well, I got laid off from my corporate job, which was like, we went back to in person after COVID, like May 23rd of 2020. Like,
totally.
They were like, the government is no longer forcing us to not let you come in. Come on in. You're an essential worker, I guess.
Yeah.
So I've rarely done work from home. And then I got laid off and I was searching for jobs. And after an entire winter of doing that and being so defeated, I was like, gotta do something else for a minute.
Yeah.
And in high school, I worked at a garden center back home. I did a couple summers in college too. So I knew what I was doing.
Familiar territory.
So when I was applying for the job at this garden center where I work now, they were like, well, we're not really hiring anymore. And I was like, no, you will hire me.
Yeah.
I was like, I will just show up and start working if you don't. And so finally I like called like every day until my boss, my now boss was like, oh, you have a lot of experience. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm working here.
Yeah.
He was like, okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
well, good for you.
Really forced my way in there.
That's honestly, hey, in today's job market, that's what you have to do.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hot mess. But I feel like, honestly, that's best case scenario. I feel like you wound up in a wonderful place.
I mean, it's the for now. Like,
yeah.
I need to make more money.
That's fair.
So, I will get back into my corporate pants soon. But for now,
I'm sure it's been nice.
Yeah.
Although on a day like today, a little chilly for sure.
Not raining, not snowing, not hailing, but somehow all three.
Right.
Yeah, it was a little chilly.
Yeah.
But this always happens in April.
Mm-hmm. I know. There's like one day where it'll be 70 degrees and then the next it's 30.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Love it.
I think the real feel today when I looked at my phone was like 17.
Yeah.
Like,
it was.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yesterday I had the windows open.
No, we have little heaters at work and it's like you just see like 8 humans, like little moths to a flame, just like trying to stay warm.
Oh, sad.
Yeah.
I can imagine that in the summer there are days when it's blistering hot.
Oh, yeah.
Which one's
worse? But honestly, I'm a sweaty boy, so probably blistering hot. But the nice thing is that you get so used to the heat that you're just you're just sweating, but you're not really bothered by it.
Yeah.
I went to the Renaissance Fair last year for the first time.
I've never been.
Do it. You have to. For one of my friend's birthdays. But it was like at the end of August. It was so hot. And like 4 hours into the day, all of my friends with their office jobs and the air conditioning were like, we need to go home. And I was like, you guys, it's not that I'm dripping in sweat, like fully sweaty, but I'm like, it's not that bad.
I think I get so overwhelmed when I'm hot. And I think it's because I am so used to being in a temperature controlled air conditioned space.
No, I get it. Yeah. Because when I'm at work, I'm wearing like nothing, like
Yeah.
a t-shirt and shorts, and I'm like just dripping. It's just fine. Like everyone's sweaty when it's those really hot days.
Yeah.
But if I have to like dress nice and it's hot,
Yeah.
no,
I know.
I have to go home.
No, there's
like
nothing worse.
I can't do that.
I'm the same.
I am overstimulated.
Mhm.
I want to cry.
Did you get dressed up for was it the one in Bristol, the Renaissance Fair?
We did dress up.
Okay. So
we
fun.
found this like little, actually it was huge, like costume rental place.
Here in Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Up in Rogers Park. And it was so cheap. And I got like a literal skirt and like a tank top and like just like the most flowy, breezy outfit you could find. And it was so fun.
And then you returned
have
it
to dress
afterwards?
up.
Yeah.
And then what?
You returned it afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so perfect.
Yeah.
Because you don't necessarily need to own those clothes.
No. And I'm not buying them to wear. Like, realistically, I'm not going to the Renaissance Fair again for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I will go again. It's worth it. But no, I'm not buying all of that.
I desperately need to go. Do you do a character or are you doing a voice?
I think you kind of just accidentally slip into it when you're there because
Totally.
it truly is like time traveling. Like all of a
Yeah.
sudden you're in ye old times and drinking ale, but also you could have a White Claw in your hand if you want to.
Totally. Love that.
And there are actors all around like talking in crazy accents. And there's like jousting. And,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best people watching in the world, better than the airport.
Sure. James's sister loves doing it. I think she goes a few times every single year.
That's too much.
And like, yeah, totally. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Well, she was very much like a theater kid, Shakespearean, did all
That
the
checks
things.
out.
And so I feel like she's completely obsessed and she's been trying to get us to go for a few years, but I think I would love it.
You should. I mean, it is a lot of, you got to find the outfit. It is a lot of effort,
Yeah.
but it's worth it. You should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing grown men joust, I think that would be insane.
No, you don't even know. There's this one thing they do, and it's like, it's just a mud pit.
Oh, God.
And it's these grown men in like whitey tighties, not in a hot way.
Yeah.
And they're just in this giant mud pit and they're just like picking up clumps of mud and throwing them at each other or like shoving them into their underwear.
Oh, my God.
I didn't like it at all. It was a huge crowd of people watching it. And I'm just like,
Totally.
is this historically accurate?
Right.
Not that it has to be, but
Is there a way that you win this? Who's winning?
I know. I was like, are we wrestling? What? And it was just like mud.
Totally fascinating. Hey, maybe
should go.
They had fewer things to keep themselves entertained.
I guess, yeah. I would have chosen just like a stick or something, but
Totally.
Yeah.
Maybe something a little cleaner.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, and have you ever been to medieval times?
No.
I kind of want to do that too. Similar vibe.
Similar vibes. What I have done is must have been to the Wisconsin Dells.
Of course.
Of course.
Waterpark capital of the
Of
world.
the world. Have you ever heard of Wizard Quest there?
Okay, I've heard of it. I've never gone.
Okay, so I had heard of it because we went there all the time as a kid, and I'd always heard of it and been like, that sounds like the dumbest thing in the world, like stupid. And then I had these two friends in college, and they're like, we love Wizard Quest, and I was like, you guys, no, it's got to be so stupid.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're going, and I was like, I'm not going. I went. It was so fun. It was like an adult playground, like scavenger hunt,
Okay.
themed like ball pit. Like we rescued Zafira from the evil wizard.
Oh my God. You have a mission.
You're on a mission. That's the fun part.
Okay.
It's like I don't believe in escape rooms,
I am on your side.
but I do believe in Wizard Quest.
Okay.
Because you're not trapped.
Yeah, right. So true.
Yeah.
No, I feel the same about escape rooms. That's interesting. I'll have to try Wizard Quest. I have been feeling like I'm overdue for a visit to the Dells.
It's an interesting place to go always.
Yeah.
What always baffled me is that you would like meet another family and they'd be like, we traveled here from Mississippi.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Why?
what? We drove an hour. What? It's just the Dells. Why would you? You're like, this is our yearly vacation. And I'm like,
Totally.
okay.
Awesome.
Great.
My favorite thing about the Dells is everybody, no matter age, gender, all the things, everybody is the exact same shape, size, same color of pink. Like everybody's just like lobster sunburn.
Oh, yeah. Wearing flip flops.
Yes.
Like fighting over the tubes for the slide. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's awesome.
Yeah. And then you go as an adult and you're like, I can get drunk here now.
No, 100%.
And it
the
will change your
best.
life. Yeah. Then it gets real fun.
What was your favorite water park as a kid?
The Wilderness. It's the only one we went to.
Totally.
Yeah, and my grandparents had timeshare, so we would stay at Glacier Canyon Lodge. Are you familiar?
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Oh my God.
I like was not a rich kid. I was rich in the Dells.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was
luxury.
Incredible. Like we literally did our family Christmases there.
Oh my God, that's iconic.
Even though we all live in like a square mile.
Yeah.
That was our like thing.
Totally.
So fun. The best memes.
I had a friend who would consistently bring me to Christmas Mountain.
What is that?
Certainly lesser known, but similar vibe of like these little cabins you could rent out.
Okay.
And they were definitely more popular in the wintertime. They all had like jacuzzi hot tubs and all the things. Yeah, crazy smell in there. You know, it had the smell.
Yeah, well, yeah, no. And the wilderness, like, it's so big. I just remember being a kid and like me and all my cousins just like, it was like we ran that place.
That's
no adult. Now, actually, it just dawned on me why we went there. It's because all the adults could just get drunk and didn't have to watch us.
Totally.
And even though it was like a small city, we would just be traversing the land on our own. No adult supervision. They didn't know where we were.
You could be in the arcade. You could be in the water park.
In the arcade, there's like several water parks.
Yeah.
You have to like travel a mile to get from your hotel room to like some of the water parks.
Which was always crazy because I feel like I would be running across those hotels, all carpeted, mind you, sopping wet.
Sopping wet. Feet, rug burn.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Rug burn, and then that burn you get on your bottom of your feet from like running around the pools.
For sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not a care in the world.
Right. They're like raw on the bottom.
There's just a blood trail. Yeah. You didn't care.
No. I know. I feel like I went to a lot of them because I made my way. I did the Kalahari. I went to
a classic.
Great Wolf, which is very similar to Wilderness.
I've actually never been to Great Wolf.
Has a very similar vibe.
That's what I've heard.
They both have one of those kind of like
the
toilet
hurricane
bowl style. Yeah.
The best one.
Yeah.
So
I know.
fun.
So
my family would purposely. So now they make you like your group get weighed before you can get on the hurricane.
No way.
I think maybe because of my family, because as a little kid going on the hurricane, you would always try to gather like your heaviest family members. So like it would be like grandpa.
Because then you're going
and
crazy.
Like 2 uncles, and then you would go to, and you would just
yeah, you were practically upside down.
Flipped it like all the time. All the time. And
Wait, that's awesome.
the staff would get so mad. And I was like, I had fun.
We did it on purpose.
I'm doing it again.
Yeah. No, I feel like, have you ever been to Vegas?
So briefly, I got stranded in Colorado because of a snowstorm. And so
diverted to Las Vegas.
The only way they could get us out was like going back the opposite direction to Vegas and then back to Milwaukee. And I was with my dad, and we landed in Vegas at like 10 p.m. and left at like 6 a.m. the next morning. And I was like, Dad, I've never been to Vegas. We're going down to the Strip in the middle of the night. Like, it's the one town you can do that in.
Absolutely.
And so he's like, no, we're not. And I said, yes, we are. Why do we need to sleep? Yeah. And so we did that. We're walking around the Strip. It's like 3 a.m. Mm-hmm. It's like deserted, but there's still like the lingerers walking around.
Was it a weekday?
Yes.
Okay.
And we're walking down the sidewalk, and I'm like, everything's huge. This is amazing. And the sidewalk is closed, and it said like closed for filming. And I was like, oh, I wonder what they're filming. So they made us go like in the casino and then back out to the sidewalk. And we're walking through the casino, and then you have to kind of go through this small hallway. And there's no one really in there, but there's 2 people standing, and they're each like holding pieces of paper. Mm. And I had to be like, oh, sorry, like let me just scooch through. And then my dad's behind me, and then I get like 8 feet away, and I'm like, that was Steve Carell.
Oh my God, no way.
It was Steve Carell, and like a producer, I'm assuming. And I turn around and I look, and I'm like, no, that's Steve Carell. And I could tell he was working, so I didn't want to like interrupt.
Sure.
But I just like snapped a little photo and moved on. But it ended up being for the morning show, season 1.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
Yeah. That's my Vegas story.
Oh, I love it. I mean, honestly, of course, you're there for the least amount of time possible, and you see Steve Carell. Like,
yeah, didn't even gamble and didn't even do a slot machine, but saw Steve Carell.
The first time that I ever went to Vegas, I have been several times, mostly for work, which is also its own unique experience.
But that's kind of fun because it's paid for.
Yeah. But the first time I went was in college, and it was for like the last of my girlfriends who turned 21. We went for her 21st birthday. And when I got there, I was kind of like, oh, this is just an expensive version of the Dells.
No, yes, literally. It's like the adult dells, and there's still water parks, but you have to like pay $1 billion to get into them.
Right.
No, that's a lot to ask of your friends to go to Vegas for your birthday. I'm sure your friend is lovely, but
it was fun, but it was, first of all, it was a disaster. We definitely didn't have enough money to do Vegas properly.
Exactly.
And then at that point, you're also kind of like relying on gross men to maybe buy you a drink.
No shame.
Which sucks.
Annoying, awful experience.
It's not fun to need that.
No.
Or I remember we went to like a pool party one of the days and we had brought in like pocket shots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so I'm like lining my bathing suit with pocket shots.
Yeah.
And then I'm like drinking them alone in the bathroom stall. They're like 1,000 degrees because it's like 100.
It's your body temperature. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was quite the time. I haven't really been back for fun since. I don't know if I need to.
I also want to do it when I can afford to do it how I want.
Yeah.
But if anyone's parents want to take me on a trip to Vegas with them, I will be friends with your child if I'm not already.
Well, and I'm like, okay, I would love to go see like Adele, you know?
Oh, yeah. The Sphere.
Right.
Yeah, why not?
I remember when I landed in Vegas for my last work trip, the Sphere was lit up like the moon. And I was like, that is so cool.
Yeah. And then it's like a creepy eyeball.
Right. They do have some interesting marketing tactics going on there.
I don't know how I feel about the Sphere.
I know.
Why did it have to be like that on the outside? I think the inside is a fun concept.
Yeah.
I guess because it would just be an ugly sphere.
Well, and I'm like, I actually think the inside, I think I would get overwhelmed in there.
Yeah. It's definitely a place you cannot be on any kind of drugs.
No way.
I wouldn't even have a drink before going. Yeah. I think I'd get like...
I think I'd fall right over.
Yeah. And have you seen how like steep the seats are?
Yeah.
Horrifying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I feel like you're going to lose your balance.
All sense of self.
Literally.
Yeah.
I guess I would go. I want to go.
Just
Final
to
answer.
See it.
Yeah.
I know.
To experience it.
But yeah, I think that's my hot take is that Las Vegas is just like the Wisconsin Dells. If you've been to one, you've been to both.
I've always said that.
Yeah. And you can gamble in the Dells. So really very similar.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be on, native lands.
Yeah. Well, it's Wisconsin. Yeah.
Yes. It's actually always funny. I get confused sometimes. Like, I remember, have you ever been to Schwegler's in Madison, the bowling alley?
No.
It's over on the west side, so it makes sense. But I hadn't been since being a kid. And then we were home like maybe last Christmas. And some of our friends were like, we should go to Schwegler's. We should go bowling.
Yeah.
And there were women gambling in there, which I'm like, I don't think that this is legal. But it was just slots. So I don't. Yeah. Sometimes you might be able to get away with that.
That's like every small town dive bar in Wisconsin. They have those like little lottery machines, and it's actually kind of depressing because
I know.
I went to one like in my hometown, and it was just like this one like middle-aged woman looking like she's trying her best and just like
100%
just tapping that button over and over again, and I'm like,
yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
That's how I was at Schwegler's. There was like these two old ladies who were just I don't know if I saw them stand up once.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. I only went to the casino once, and it was actually really fun. But I did the thing where I was like, here's $50.
Yeah.
That's all you get.
That's my max.
And immediately I was like, up $80.
Wait,
and
that's awesome.
I was like,
that's how they get ya.
Left with 50 cents. So
totally.
Yeah, I donated.
Mm-hmm. For some reason, the risk of it doesn't appeal to me. And when I was in Vegas, I don't think I gambled at all the first time. The second time, maybe I spent $20. I only did it on like the penny slots. I
will tell you what, I understand how people get addicted. Mm-hmm. It is fun.
Totally.
When my boyfriend Alex went for work once, and we were on the phone, and he's walking around the casino. He's like, should I gamble? I was like, yeah, like do a couple, you know. He's like, which one should I do? I was like, do they have the buffalo one?
Yeah.
I love the buffalo. They're all buffalo themed, but I love the buffalo one.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that I won on and then lost. But he was like, okay. And I'm on the phone, and he's like, oh my God, I won. And he's like, oh my God. oh my God. He won like $6,000.
No way.
Yeah. He like was like, I have to go.
Wait, that's
I was
crazy.
like, you're welcome. I picked that one. And then he had to like get like escorted or like have like a staff. It doesn't even give you a ticket, or I don't know. It's like too much money for that. And apparently the people that were behind him were like real gamblers, and they were like, you didn't even know what you were doing, did you? And he was like, no. And they were like, like mad at him.
Salty.
And I'm like, okay, sorry.
Yeah. Well, and I always wonder nowadays, like, how random are those?
House always wins.
I know.
That's all I know.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I've never played any of the table games.
No, I'm too scared, and I love blackjack.
Yeah.
I love blackjack.
I just feel like people at the table are so serious.
Well, yeah, and like there's like rules, and like how I got into blackjack was playing We Bet with Seashells.
Okay, love.
Not like any actual money.
Right. Less risky.
Yeah, and there's usually like many martinis involved, and it's just like for fun.
That's so fun.
Or like on an airplane, like playing on the mobile phone app.
Classic.
But yeah, no, I would never. I don't think I ever will do the tables. I'm too scared.
Totally. How do you play roulette? Is that a machine game or is that a...
I have no clue.
Okay.
I have no idea what roulette is.
Because that one sounds like a game of chance, but a scary one.
Do you think that's like easier for us because we don't know anything? Because it's just like...
Probably.
It's just by chance. You just kind of...
I love a by chance game.
Favorite card game? War.
Okay.
Love War. You don't really have to think.
I feel like mine is... I do love a game where you don't have to think.
Yeah.
Less of a strategy-based game. I'm not a very competitive person.
Me neither. I could care less.
I think it's because I'm an only child.
Yeah.
So, but I love to win.
Duh. Who doesn't?
Yeah. I hate to lose. Sore loser big time. As a Wisconsin girl, I do love euchre.
My mom tried teaching me euchre with a bunch of her friends, and it was just an hour of me sitting there being like, I don't get this.
I do have to relearn it every time I play.
Isn't it hard?
It's not that hard because it's really just like the suits are good. Like any... But it is challenging.
Yeah, it's getting the rules explained to me. It just, none of it was clicking.
Yeah, and it's like a game that you have to play in pairs. I feel like mostly I get lucky if I'm doing good at that game.
Yeah, I guess I do want to learn. It seems fun.
It just feels so like the Wisconsin in you. It's your homework.
Yeah, I do love a card game.
Mm-hmm. Cards are fun. I feel like I should be playing them more. I need to be one of those people who just brings them to the bars.
No, cards and bowling are two things I do.
I love bowling.
And it's every time I go bowling, I go, I should do this more.
Yeah.
This was so fun. I'm so bad at it, but it's so fun.
Yeah.
2 years, I'll never do it. Like,
Totally.
And then I'll do it again in 2 years. I won't organize it, but someone else will, and I'll go and I'll be
Absolutely.
like, maybe I should join a league. This was so fun.
I agree.
And I never actually follow up on it.
I didn't think that I even liked bowling until we went to Schwegler's over Christmas, and I was like, wait, this is literally so fun, and I am kind of low-key good at it. And I was like, oh my God, it feels amazing to be talented at something.
Yeah. Fun bowling story. We went in Madison, like right before we moved to Chicago. I went with Carol, who you know, and our friend Joe, and we went to Union South to bowl because we had never done it.
Yeah.
And the way it works there is that you don't like pay ahead of time. You just give them your whisk card.
Okay.
And then you like come back and get your whisk card, and then you have to pay for everything. So we were getting like pitchers of beer. And because, we're like, at this point, what are you, like 22, 23 when you graduate? I don't even know. So like, and we were all done. So we were like, yeah, who cares? This is fun.
No rules.
Yeah. And we play like 3 rounds of bowling. I don't know how many pitchers. And then we just left. We just forgot to pay. And that's the day I lost my whisk card. I don't even have my little whisk card as a souvenir from college. I paid a lot for that thing.
You did.
And then we Ubered home because we were so drunk, and it was the day of the Uber boycott.
Right.
So we forgot a lot that day.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Wait, did you guys ever end up going to pay, or is it like still to this day?
No, because it was like graduation the next day, and then we moved to Chicago the day after that. So it was like, I don't even think we realized until like a week later. We were like,
so
wait,
funny.
we didn't ever pay for any of that. So,
I mean, you have to assume they charged your whisk card.
Well, I wouldn't know.
So true.
I hope there was a little money left on there for them for a tip.
Yeah. That's actually hilarious. I still have my whisk card, and when I look back on it now, I'm like blonde. My hair is like down to my shoulders, and I have braces. I'm like, who is that girl?
Yeah, I've seen photos of you, like blast from the past. And I was I mean, I haven't even known you that long now, but I've never known you other than how you look now.
Totally.
And I didn't even recognize you. James too.
Like every hair color under the sun.
Really?
Yeah. I loved to switch it up. It was also a little bit more affordable to do that in Madison. So.
Oh, yeah. I did sun in every summer because I worked at a great, like outside all summer. And I would get that sun in the hair and just let it fry.
Yes. I don't think I've touched that stuff since like middle school, but I know I can picture how it smells.
Oh, it stays with you.
Yes.
Only
100%.
the yellow one though, never like the pink one that's like, I don't know, strawberry lemonade sun in or something. I don't know what it is, but yeah, no.
I like work for a marketing agency, and one of my clients is like professional hair color, and they're like the number one thing that we hate to see when a client comes in is like, you can tell if they've done sun in their hair. So funny.
I know, last summer I really debated doing it again, so maybe I'll do it this summer.
Yes.
Why not?
Literally.
Get the blonde out again.
I know, James keeps thinking about doing some blonde, and I'm like, okay, well, are we talking like frosted tips? Are we talking all the way? Like, what does that mean?
James could rock some frosted tips, I think.
I think so too.
Dye the mustache too.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, why not?
I know. Well, and he also has such dark eyebrows that I'm like, he's always had such dark everything.
The short hair, it grows back fast.
It does.
By Christmas, you have brown hair again.
So true.
Yeah.
That is why it's fun to experiment when you do have short hair, because it's like, this is 3 weeks at best.
It's just like, oh my God. One time in college, it was early on into my journey with weed, so it was kind of chaotic.
Yes.
I'm not like a big stoner, but I do partake.
Yeah.
And I, alone one night, was like, I'm going to bleach my hair. And so I like biked to the Walgreens.
Classic.
On East Campus Mall, bought just the strongest bleach, cheapest one they had.
Oh, no.
Went back to my apartment that I shared with 3 straight men. Lovely men, disgusting.
Yeah, of course.
So dirty. The floors were never not sticky.
Ew.
Disgusting.
Oh my God.
I got in that bathroom and bleached my hair. Said, that's not bleached enough. Bleached it again.
Oh.
Went to bed. The next day, my hair was crispy.
Yeah.
Crunchy. And then you're supposed to like wait a day and like do toner. I immediately went back and it looked horrible. Yellow.
I'm sure completely yellow. Yeah.
Awful. So I immediately took some photos in the bathroom, photoshopped them so it looked actually blonde. So I had the memes.
Oh,
and then
love it.
went to Walgreens, bought brown hair dye, and dyed it back to brown.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All within 24 hours?
Oh yeah, that hair was... I have curly hair. It was not curly for months. Yeah.
Oh, I'm honestly surprised it didn't fall out.
I think it did.
Okay.
It was so dry that I put in not leave-in conditioner, just regular conditioner, and just left it in.
Totally.
Because it didn't even feel like I had anything in my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's...
Well, because bleach, I mean, at a certain point, it's coming out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like I dyed my hair a few times, like of my own. Like I would do like a strip in the back because I thought that was sick. And there were a few times where I definitely left it on way too long. I'm like, oh, now a chunk is missing.
Uh-huh.
No worries.
Yeah, I've been cutting my own hair since college.
Yeah.
Saved me so much money.
I've been cutting my hair since moving here.
Yeah.
And I kind of do like front forward, and I
Yeah.
have James help me out a little bit in the back. I do love cutting my own hair. There is something that feels so... I don't know. I just feel it's freeing.
It is.
I feel so
Well,
like I
also,
could just do whatever I want.
I would go and spend $30 on a haircut and be like, I could do that.
Yeah.
I can get away with it because I just buzz the sides.
Yeah.
Then I get the top wet and take a scissor and I just chop at it.
Yeah.
And then
Totally.
the curls hide all the mistakes I make. But there have been several times where I've like accidentally slept and been like, well, we're going to work with that. Or just like completely forgotten to cut like a full strip in the back. And I've just got like
100%.
a chunk of hair that's like really long and the rest is very short.
Yeah.
But
there was one specific time when James was cutting my hair, and I used this like kind of feathered razor, which I feel like is very forgiving because it has like a slightly jagged edge. So it's less like a scissors where if it's like, it's not as precise.
Yeah, sure.
And it's great for like bangs and stuff, just to give it like a little bit more of a uneven look. But James like had that, and he had the comb right at the back of my head, and he meant to comb my hair, and he was very close to my scalp. I just hear, and then I hear, and I was like,
not the.
yeah. And I was like, what did you do? Immediately started crying, of course.
Oh no.
Oh my God, I was immediate tears. And he was like, I am so sorry. And I felt it. And it was like the tiniest little tuft of hair, like perfectly out of the back of my head. And I was like, okay, what now?
What then? What did you do?
He kind of like ended up cutting a lot of it, like not nearly that short, but like pretty short to kind of try to blend it. And then like we were able to kind of just comb it over for the most part and hide it for a while. But
fine.
it took a long time to even out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have to like contort to get like the back of my head with the buzzer, and I'm like, there's like mirrors all around me, and I'm like bending and
totally.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I think the hardest part for me is like the very little like nape of my neck.
It gets easier though.
Yeah. And I feel like the hardest part now is I'm trying to kind of grow my hair out.
Yeah.
And growing out a pixie cut when you aren't seeing a professional is really something. Like when I wake up in the morning, it is mushroom central.
Oh yeah. Do you have to like, or are you trying to go back to like full length, or are you just?
I kind of want like a little micro bob.
Oh, like a cunty little bob.
Yes.
Yes.
I literally want a fuck ass bob.
Yes.
I like had a bob before, but I haven't really done like bob and bangs combo. So I want to see if I like that. And then there's a chance that I cut it all off again.
Why not? The shorter hair really suits you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's definitely been the hair I felt most like myself.
Okay.
But I also, like I said, I love to experiment. And I feel like when you go short, there's less you can do. But also way less maintenance. Like when I wake up in the morning, because I was a hot tools girl through and through. I would curl my hair every single day.
Oh yeah, that was me in middle school.
Totally.
100% straight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I used to straighten the living shit out of my hair.
I had the straightener that you could straighten when it was wet, and it was just like,
oh my god, yes. Steam.
Just steam coming off of your head, and I was like,
totally.
Perfect.
Yes. Yeah, the fact that we were doing that.
I know.
That had to be so bad.
Yeah, and they're like, it's okay if you put this like got to be glued heat protectant in first, you'll be fine.
Yes. I feel like for a while I was doing the like stick straight hair, it was honestly I would straighten the absolute shit out of my bangs and then crunch my hair.
Yeah.
That was the look for a while.
I really wanted like the Zac Efron, Justin Bieber hair.
Who didn't?
But I had very thick, like not like curly hair, not
yeah,
crazy curly,
curls.
but it's curly.
Yeah.
And I would straighten my hair, and it would just add so much volume that I just a helmet on my head of this like stick straight fried hair every single day. Like in middle school.
Totally.
I don't even know where I got a straightener from. Surely I didn't ask. I think I just took one of my mom's old ones and was like, this is what I'm doing. And then I remember everyone in middle school was like, Colton, do you straighten your hair? No. No, I don't. That's gay.
I woke up like this. Yeah.
I would never do that. Totally. I have a girlfriend. Yeah. My girlfriend wanted to do it.
Right. 100%. I remember those days. Well, I knew that my hair was completely ruined because it would hold a perfect curl. No hairspray. I was like, that's how you know you're
not an ounce of life in that hair.
Yeah.
Just like muscle memory at that point.
100%.
Just happy to still be there, honestly.
Literally. Well, I was kind of like, I think damaged hair is better for that reason. But now that I actually have healthy hair, because this is also the first time that I haven't been consistently dyeing my hair.
Oh, really?
Because I was dyeing my hair since like 7th grade.
Dang.
And I loved it. I loved just coming to school looking like a completely different person. The amount of attention you get.
Oh, I bet.
When you switch it up.
Oh my God, Sam. Yeah. You look so good.
Yes.
I hate it.
Literally. Some people would say it to your face too.
Well, that's good. Those are real friends.
So
or
honest.
real enemies.
Yeah.
Both good to have.
Well, and they weren't wrong. I had some questionable hair choices for sure. There was a while when I had kind of like some strange mixture of like blonde but orange, but not like on purpose orange.
Yeah, and that's never good.
It's never good.
No.
I pull warm like you, where if I bleach my hair, it's yellow.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Not enough toner in the world.
Truly.
Well, then I see videos of like real hairstylists, and they're like, it's like organic chemistry, the way they like
it's amazing.
Figure out what toner you need, and then it's always perfect.
They are scientists.
Oh yeah, I just thought if you used enough purple shampoo, it would turn blonde.
Yeah,
it doesn't work like that.
I would like literally put a bag over my head, dump a bunch of purple shampoo on it, try to sleep like that overnight, and then it would just be like purple. It'd be purple.
Kind of worked. Yeah. Then I guess purple's better than orange.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a good look per se.
Yeah.
I would like sleep on my pillow the next night without it, and then my pillowcase would be
purple. Nice. Amazing.
Yeah. And then I think I actually bought purple sheets for a while, and I was like, well, then
there's a good way to solve that problem.
Creative solutions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I love
problem
that.
Solving. So, but yeah, I feel like I haven't seen a professional here, but I'm getting close to like maybe just like one time. Just have someone do a little something.
Get someone that someone you know goes to.
Yeah.
And just try it out.
I know.
Last time I got a haircut, I just was like, I found this cute little place and I was like, Colton, let a professional do it.
Yeah.
Tell me why it was $60 before a tip.
Totally. I am very worried about that. I've heard, I think today's day, it's astronomical now.
For a men's haircut.
Yeah.
They didn't even wash it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I've started cutting James's hair since he lost his job for that reason.
There you go.
Because he was like, yeah, I think it's like $50.
Yeah.
I was like, well, we might as well. You got curls. We can hide whatever damage I do.
Exactly. Yeah. Alex has asked me to cut his hair before, and I'm like, nope, because you have straight hair.
Mm-hmm.
And if I mess up the top of your head, because I would have to do a scissors,
yeah,
you're going to break up with me. Yeah, so
right.
Here's $5 to go get a real one.
Yeah, $5 off the top. No worries. I know James, every time that I do ask him to cut my hair, I think he's very reluctant. And he's like, if this ends in us being in a fight, I'm never doing this again.
For some reason, my mom was always like, Colton, you need to get your hair cut by a professional. You gotta stop doing it yourself. This was like back in college. And like my friends would make fun of me for it. And then little Miss Pandemic hit.
Right.
And guess who all had mop heads?
Absolutely.
And I was looking sharp. And gay men in their haircuts, you know how they are.
Oh, 100%.
It's like every 2 weeks for some of them.
For sure.
The gays were either like buzz cut, that was a big thing, or just like shaggy.
Yep.
And that's when I had my laugh.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Did anyone come to you for haircuts at that time?
I don't think so.
Because I feel like that was a big thing. Like James and I were cutting each other's hair, and it was like, "Oh, can you squeeze me in?"
Yeah. Do you have time today?
Yeah. I know James kind of went the shaggy route for a while. That was actually he had like the longest beard I think I've ever seen him with. It was crazy.
Really? Did you like it?
I wasn't a fan.
No, I'm not a fan of those.
Which that one I'm kind of like, and for why you can still cut that?
Yeah, you were cutting that anyway. Yeah.
It was just an excuse at that point.
The pandemic.
Yeah, no one's gonna see me. I have a mask on. He actually never wanted to grow a mustache, but I was like, if you can grow that good of a, I think it's your God-given right. You
like
have no
him
choice.
and the mustache and you and your short hair. It's like how you were supposed to look.
Right? I think so too.
Yeah.
Well, should we get into your good, bad, and ugly?
Oh my God, I think I'm ready.
Yay! Okay, let's start with your good.
Okay, I've been going back and forth in this for a while about what to pick, but ultimately this has been the best presents in my life the last few weeks, and it's frozen peas.
Okay,
I forgot about them. I forgot about them, but they really are like the boba of vegetables.
Okay.
You can put them in anything, and you got a nice little crunch.
So true.
A nice little burst of delicious sweetness.
I do love peas. I never think to buy them.
Well, because I never just want to like eat them on a plate with like dinner. I mean, I guess you can, but that's kind of boring.
Yeah.
You're making rice for dinner, throw in some peas.
So true.
I made mac and cheese the other night, throw in some peas. Yeah, they go with everything.
Yeah, so true.
And since we've been moving the last couple of weeks, we've just been trying to live off the land, which is what we call just like not grocery shopping and just eating like
frozen
ingredients
foods.
out of the pantry. Yeah. Like I'll just fry some chickpeas for dinner tonight. That'll be good.
Totally.
And throw some real peas in there.
Okay.
Love them. Can't get enough of them lately.
I honestly don't remember the last time that I purchased a bag of frozen peas. And even if I think about it, I think the last time that I had those in the home, we ended up having to use them because someone like fell down my deck stairs.
Broke their head or something.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like this is the story of my life though, by One Direction, where I will like pick one food to like hyperfixate on, and that's what I eat. And it's like, usually it's like a rotation between like cottage cheese, canned beans.
That's a classic choice, yeah.
Like tortilla based snacks.
Yep.
And right now it's frozen peas.
Okay. Yeah. So they're a staple within the home. There is something funny about moving. I totally agree with you. Like it does kind of turn you into a bit of an almond mom for a bit.
Oh yeah.
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 Just live it. I love the living off the land.
Uh-huh.
That's great.
It's like I think these literal almonds in the back of our pantry expired in 21, but
totally.
They look fine.
I think
I'm going to eat them.
I feel like when we moved out of our last place, there was like, truly, it was like a bag of almonds that I think that we had like moved like with 3 apartments.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I think we have to say goodbye to these almonds.
Yeah. The amount of those items that this was like the 3rd or 4th move that I just had to look in the eye and say, I'm so sorry. And I'm a big like recycler.
Totally.
I compost. I've been composting since I moved to Chicago.
Mm-hmm. They make it so easy here.
Shout out to Waste Not.
Okay, I do compost club.
Well, I think I'm switching to one of the cheaper ones.
Okay.
Have you heard of, what are they? block bins.
Oh, I haven't heard of them.
Non-spawn. But you can just request one to get put in your alley, and then it's like $10 a month, and it's like can be shared with anyone. Like anyone can use it. You just have to like get the code and like pay money, and then
that's awesome.
But it's cheaper. But I'm just gonna steal Waste Not's bucket, I think, and switch to Black.
Totally.
We'll see. I don't know. But
because how much do you pay now?
Waste Not, it's like $24 a month for 2 pickups every 2 weeks. So
I think mine's 20 monthly.
Okay.
Mine's kind of expensive.
Wait, $20 for one pickup?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should switch.
Okay, maybe I'll switch.
Well, the good thing is we're all composting.
Mm-hmm.
All that to say, during a move, all that goes out the window.
Oh,
honey, I'm sorry. I don't have time to empty this bag of dried cranberries into the compost bucket. It's going in the trash.
Right. I can't even sit properly on my couch.
No. I haven't eaten a real meal in weeks. So
right, like I don't even have trash bags.
No, yeah. It's just I'm reusing trash bags at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry to the earth. I really do care about you. I think that my daily devotion, the rest of the year, my footprint is small.
Makes up for it.
Yeah, and I'm not having kids.
I feel the same.
So I feel like I kind of get a pass to do anything because
so true.
What's worse for the planet
than
having a child?
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I'm fine. I don't even feel bad anymore.
Like, let's stop composting.
Why not? Recycling goo.
Yeah, literally.
I'm using single-use plastics only from now on.
Straight up. Yeah, fuck my water bottle. Okay, well, what's your favorite dish you've made with peas?
I think it either is Kraft mac and cheese with
Love
peas.
That.
Yeah. Or there's this cheesy rice. It's not like instant. I don't know what brand it is. It's like $1.99 at Jewel Osco.
Classic.
But they have that one that's like a 4 cheese something, and it really is just macaroni Kraft but on rice instead of and like not even real rice. It's that rice that just tastes like pasta.
Totally.
I think I just discovered I really just like past, cheese, and peas.
I mean,
together,
that's the trifecta. You can't go wrong.
No, you can't.
I feel like I was like within the last like 2 calendar years realized that you could dress up your macaroni and cheese.
Oh, I love to doctor up anything.
Yeah.
A Jack's Pizza, bring that home, doctor it up.
Totally.
Mac and cheese.
I recently got really into putting honey on my Jack's Pizza.
Oh, a pepperoni pizza with hot honey.
So good.
Oh my God. What was I going to say? Oh, Greek yogurt. Like plain Greek yogurt in your Kraft mac and cheese instead of butter.
Ooh.
I originally did it to try to be healthy, but then it just kind of adds a nice little tang.
Okay. I can
just
get down
scoop
with that. Yeah.
And peas, obviously.
Peas. Okay, well, I'm going to have to add peas to my grocery list.
Yeah. You got to have them in the house.
Yeah.
A little bag of frozen peas.
I think that's nice, too, because they are so versatile.
Like I said, the boba of vegetables.
Yes, I love boba.
Yeah.
I need to actually find a good boba place over here. That's something I haven't done.
I haven't had boba in forever.
Boba. Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you remember Sushi Express?
Yes. How can I forget?
God, I miss those sushi prices.
Same.
And some people were snobby and were like, if it's $13 for 3 rolls, you're going to get sick. I never got sick.
No.
And it was good.
I felt fucking amazing every time I was in there.
Yeah, I felt light and airy and fed and nourished.
Absolutely.
And there were family there.
I know. I couldn't agree more. I will say, I feel like that's another thing upon moving here that James and I have tried to kind of find like an equivalent to.
Oh, yeah.
Madison just had kind of all the tiers of sushi you would need. And none of them were crazy expensive. Like even Red, pricey, definitely. But it was like here, that same kind of pricey is going to be, that's a $300 meal.
My my childhood neighbor, this like old woman named Anita, loved her. But when I turned 19 freshman year, she made her husband drive her up to Madison to take me out to dinner for my birthday, anywhere I wanted to go.
Wait, that is so sweet.
I forget where we went. It wasn't Red, but they had all you can eat sushi.
Oh my God.
We were there for like 4 hours. I ate so much sushi.
Well, sushi's one of those things.
I thought I was gonna I was like ill when she dropped me back off in my dorm. I was so ill, but it was the best night of my life. Because when do you get to do that?
No, right.
Yeah.
Well, sushi's one of those things too where I feel like I don't really fill up. It takes me a long time to fill up on it. So you could just kind of house.
Oh, I bodied
thousands of rolls.
I ate so many fish that night. Yeah, sushi's amazing, but you always kind of know you're going to be hungry again in 2 hours.
Right.
But you're not mad.
Yeah.
But it is just
it's
a
worth
fact.
it for the taste.
It is.
Yeah. God, I love sushi.
Yeah.
And it is funny that we had such good sushi in Madison because it's like,
Madison, Wisconsin.
Where are we getting? Where
Great
are we
Lakes.
importing these fish?
And this one is made of carp.
Yum. Lake bed. Okay, how about your bad?
Okay, my bad. I don't know what prompted me to think of this recently, but do you remember in like the late 2000s and then into the early aughts, these things called websites? And I'm not talking like what we have for websites today, but like single purpose destination websites. I'm talking about like Stumble Upon. Do you remember that? Or like
that's ringing a bell.
Or like Club Penguin.
Of course.
DisneyChannelGames.com.
Yeah.
Like now every website is just everything. It's a messaging platform. You can sell stuff. There's ads everywhere.
True.
It's like we don't have good websites anymore.
That's so true.
I know. Like, think of the days of like when you first got a family computer and you would just spend 8 hours a day of summer break on the computer chatting with strangers 4 times your age.
That's where I felt like I really thrived.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or you would I would invite friends over, put them in my dad's office, and then I would be on my computer in my room.
That's incredible.
And we would both just be like playing Club Penguin or RuneScape.
Or what did you use for instant messenger? Because mine was MSN.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, but like I know like my cousins all used AIM, and I was like, ew.
We were on AIM. After a while, we were on AIM. MSN is ringing a bell though, because I feel like that was like the one that was automatically like on my dad's computer.
Yeah, I think that's why I used it.
Yeah,
but that's what all my like middle school friends had too.
Yeah,
and we would just get on there and just talk about nothing all day.
Oh, 100%.
And if you got up to go to the bathroom, you said BRB.
Yeah, literally.
BRB, I gotta go. Sorry. For 3 minutes. Like that was so like it was instant responses.
Oh, for sure. And if you were like going to dinner or something, you knew it was going to be a little longer.
Message?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be like, got to go. G2G.
Yeah. Did you have MySpace?
I had MySpace.
Yeah.
MySpace was awesome because you were really curating a vibe.
Yes. It was so customizable.
Yeah.
It's how I learned to code.
100%.
And I just don't know how to do that, but I figured it out then.
No, totally. I feel like the amount of like little hacks that I found so I could have like interesting backgrounds, crazy songs, like
a song built into your page. Yeah, that was incredible.
And maybe there'd be like an animation. I remember when that little dancing banana was all over the damn place.
Oh, I don't remember her.
Okay, I'll have to show you. I think it went along with like peanut butter jelly time. Like
that's ringing a bell now.
That was so big.
And do you remember how there was like, I don't know if it was like some kind of message board or note board, but you would like copy and paste a list of questions about you and just like post it?
Yeah.
God, I love that.
It was like a little pre-made kind of like blog situation. It was perfect. It was so fun.
I would pay so much money to be able to go back into my MySpace.
Oh, 100% same.
And I tried doing it on the way back machine. Have you ever heard of it? I think it's called that.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Yeah. Well, because I think that they're just
gone.
like completely wiped. Yeah. Well, remember like MySpace top 8, the amount of drama that would
ranking
cause?
Your friends? Tell me why my number one was always this girl in my class who I guess I had a crush on, even though we know how that turned out. I was never even in her top 4.
Oh.
And I never took her off my number 1. Psycho.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know.
Well, I feel like later then that kind of turned into like Snapchat and everything had like a little ranked system just based on who you were talking to the most. That started some fights for sure.
Yeah. Do you know I have like a 3,000 plus day snap streak with my mom?
No way.
Yeah, Snapchat reached out to us and were like, you are among the longest streaks on Snapchat. Would you write back your story? They didn't feature us, but...
Wait, that's crazy.
Yeah, it started because I went to Honduras for a couple of weeks in college because my cousin was living and teaching there and I wasn't going to have like texting, but I would have Wi-Fi.
Okay.
I guess iMessage wasn't a thing. It was, but... We kept in touch that trip by just like sending a Snapchat here and there. And then it just continued on. And now it's like how I talk to my mom every day. It's like once in the morning and once at night. Hey.
Well, because what is that? That's like 9-10 years?
Going on that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Damn.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that.
Shout out to Becky.
That is awesome. Well, because I'm like, I don't even know. I don't use Snapchat a ton anymore. I have like one group chat that is still very active.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not on it a ton. But I have a couple friends who like religiously still post their Snap stories.
Oh no, I don't do that.
Instead of Instagram.
No, I haven't even viewed a Snap story, and I don't know how long. Yeah, but I'm just like, who are you in there with? Knock, knock. Like,
is anyone paying attention?
Yeah. Love it for you, though.
Yeah.
I forgot you could even, that there were still stories on Snapchat.
Well, I'm like, haven't you heard of like Instagram close friends? I think that you could curate a similar vibe.
You would get
a
lot more response there.
Yeah.
No, but I think I talk to like the same 5 people on Snapchat every day, and it's not really even talking.
Yeah.
It's just like, here's me.
Totally.
And like, like a couple group chats that are pretty active, but
yeah.
I can never delete it.
Right.
Because I've got that streak with my mom.
Well, you got to reach back out to Snapchat and be like, okay, what now?
Yeah, what do we do?
That's so cool. That sucks that they didn't feature you.
I know, it's fine.
Why'd
Whatever.
they pass?
I don't know.
Rude.
Yeah.
Because at this point, it's like, well, you at least deserve merch. I mean, there has to be something.
Yeah, like a little gift box or something. Yeah.
Sponsored.
Sponsor me.
No, I feel like social media... I used Snapchat for a while. I don't use it a ton anymore. That one's interesting to me because like the next generation below us, I feel like still uses it a ton.
And it's weird.
Yeah.
Like I have 2 younger siblings, and I remember even like a few years ago they would use, or I guess a lot longer than that, but it would just be like their friends sending them pictures, and it would just be like streak, and it's just a picture of their foot.
Totally.
Like my gen never did that.
Right.
We used it with purpose.
Yeah. What do you send your mom? You're actively participating.
Just like me in the morning. Morning.
Okay, cute.
Yeah, just my face. Hi.
Oh,
or
I
like
love that.
flowers at work, or like
That's so sweet.
something.
I don't know if I was never a streak person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love a little mini game. It worked. It kept me on.
I mean, I feel that way sometimes about Duolingo, but then it'll get so mad at me.
I've never done that.
And the owl has copped an attitude.
Did you ever play Animal Crossing?
Of course.
What's his name that would get so mad at you if you didn't save the game?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got a lot of trauma from that, I think, actually.
Oh, totally.
That was, I mean, it wasn't a little bit. Like, it was full blown.
No, like, why are we having so much attitude?
Like, you're an awful person.
Yeah.
Your parents don't love you. You didn't save the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't care if you live or die here at Nintendo.
No, like, you're the worst person I've ever met, and you don't deserve to carry on.
No.
I do think I still love it. Every once in a while, I'll like tune back in, then I'll get really addicted to it for like 3 weeks, and then I'm out again.
Duolingo?
No,
Animal Crossing? Yeah, I haven't played since the Nintendo DS.
Oh my goodness!
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that's crazy. 'Cause
Yeah.
I didn't get it until Switch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never did the Switch.
Yeah. I kind of love my Switch. James got me, well, he had a Switch, and I'd play on it from time to time,
Mm-hmm.
and then he got me a pink Switch for girls.
Oh, that's so cool that you're able to play the Switch for real now.
Yeah, I'm doing it kind of like in my own gendered lane.
Yeah, it was probably so hard for your little girl fingers to hit the buttons on the boy one.
and it is smaller.
Of course, because girls are small.
Yeah, we're so petite.
And boys are giant, so muscly.
Yeah, so now I have my cute little pink Switch for girls. Mine can't actually hook up to the TV.
It can?
It can't.
Oh, because girls don't know how to do technology.
Exactly. Girls are too stupid to figure that out anyway.
They should be cooking in the kitchen.
But I've gotten some good games on there.
Really?
And
That's
so
good.
I feel like I've kind of become one of those like soft game players.
Sure.
Like I love an Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley. James actually recently got me this game called Mail Time, where you're just like a little mailman delivering mail throughout the neighborhood.
These are my kind of games.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Do you know what I'm absolutely addicted to? And I'm talking to like the last like 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
Farmville.
No way.
Farmville.
No way.
I don't know. I think I was like a little stoned one night, and I was like, God, I loved Farmville back in the day.
Totally classic.
Like when it was on Facebook.
Yes.
Like I would get up early before school so that I could, and my mom also played, and we both like fight over the computer.
Classic.
To like harvest our crops. And I thought, I wonder if that's still a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Opened up the App Store. It's called Farmville 2 or 3 now or something. It's actually really good.
And it's not hooked up to Facebook anymore.
No. And although the demographic of I think most users are like still like middle-aged to elderly Facebook women. But it's so fun. And it's just like that same thing where you just like do your little tasks.
I love a mindless game.
Mindless.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's the best.
You should play. You can add your friends.
No way.
Yeah.
In what way?
Like you can visit their farm and like
No
send them little
way.
free gifts and
that's awesome.
like help each other with your orders.
Cute.
It's a functioning farm, Sam.
Wait, that's so awesome.
Yeah, I play like every night before bed. I love it.
I introduced my mom. Have you ever heard? It's called Design Home.
Mm-mm.
It's basically like an interior design game.
Sure.
But it's really funny because I introduced my mom to this game. She's been fully addicted for the last like 3 or 4 years.
Love.
And it is, I think that they partner with like actual stores like Wayfair, CB2, all of these. So you actually have to use like money you earn in the game to buy the furniture that you're using in these different rooms.
Sure.
And they reflect real world prices. And my mom is like, because of inflation, I can't afford to buy any of the
I don't like this
furniture
game. Like capitalism as an escape? I don't think so. I don't like that.
I know. And because I'm always getting pings from my mom asking if she can like borrow money.
From you in the game?
Yes.
Oh my God. It's like, Mom, you're cut off.
Literally.
You don't need that new mattress.
Yeah. It's so funny.
Oh God, no, I don't think I would like that. It's too real.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
No, I think Farmville, no ads.
Yeah.
You gotta love that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
A couple of games that I'm very addicted to now definitely have ads.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I'm not a big game person on my phone much, and I guess I am. But
from time to time, I'll get really into one.
Yeah.
Like I was a Candy Crush girl for a while.
Yeah.
Made it pretty
Who
far.
wasn't?
Now I'm playing this game called Two Dots.
Loved. I haven't played in a while, but I do love Two Dots.
Oh my God, it's addicting.
Yeah.
And I'm on level like 500 or something.
That's the thing. You get so high up in the levels, you can't abandon it.
Yeah.
Like some days I will open up Farmville and be like, oh, like I really don't want to do this, but like I have to. Yeah. I'm so high up. I'm like, I can't not play.
No,
I need
absolutely.
to like.
It would be a disservice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my second job at this point.
So true.
Yeah.
You come home from working outside all day and then you gotta hit the farm.
I gotta milk those cows.
Okay, well, if I go back to your original Bad It's websites, I completely agree. It's not. It's almost like we all need to make our own blogs again or have like a little situation.
Yeah.
Because everything is trying to be too much.
Yeah.
And for why?
Just be something cool and stick with that.
Especially games. Like there were so many good computer games.
Yeah. Do you know what website I am addicted? Well, I'm not addicted to it, but I love it. It's called Window Swap.
I don't know what that is.
It is exactly what I'm talking about that used to exist, but rarely does now. You just load up the website and it's just a live feed out of someone's window somewhere in the world.
That is awesome.
And you just get to watch like cars go by, birds fly by.
Oh, I love that.
It's so endearing. And if you're like, oh, I don't love this one, next. And it'll be like,
that's crazy.
Some random person in Norway, like looking out onto their little busy town street.
I want to like make that my automatic screensaver.
That I made it my automatic homepage.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I love that. How do you get on there? I'm like, I guess I don't have anything particularly cool.
Well, I don't think it's actually a live feed. I think it's like a 15-minute recording that you just submit. So you can just like set up your camera and then submit it. And then, but there's so many of them, like you never see the same one twice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That reminds me of when I was a kid, I used to be obsessed with watching, there was a website that had just like a live feed of Shamu the whale.
Oh, I was obsessed with Shamu.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I feel like Shamu had a grip on the culture for a bit.
Killer whales have, and actually still are my favorite animals,
yeah.
But blackfish really changed my relationship with that being my favorite animal.
I mean, yeah, now when I think about kind of like watching Shamu's live feed, I think Shamu was incredibly sad.
Yeah.
But, and like, you could hear the whale like making all these sounds, which now I'm like, those are probably cries for
language.
help.
Yeah. We singing.
Yeah. So when you were 8 or whatever, I thought that was the coolest thing in the whole world.
They're like, no, it's actually good that it's flipped over like that, the dorsal fin. Like, yeah, they like that.
Yeah, that's a sign of happiness.
Yeah.
Contentment. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But for a while, it was cool. I know now I feel that way a little bit about like visiting zoos. It just doesn't have the same appeal.
I know. I always have this like ethical dilemma because I'm like, I do like this. And like, there's research involved, right? And like,
yeah. Right?
Right?
Yeah.
Please say yes. Just say yes, even if it's not true.
Yeah.
Because I do love a trip to the zoo every now and then.
I know.
But sometimes I get sad.
Totally.
Yeah.
Have Have you ever been to the Shed Aquarium?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's like going there, it seems like more, they're doing kind of rehabilitation.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm hoping that they're happy. I feel like every time I see the walrus who lives there, I don't think he's happy.
I don't think like the bigger ones should necessarily be in zoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
especially those sea mammals are smarter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
Seeing the beluga whales is crazy there.
They kind of freak me out.
I know, they're huge.
Well, and they have like kneecaps, but no knees. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. They're also like, there's one who is ripped. He is
I don't like that at all.
Fuck.
Why do you have kneecaps and then 3 inches above that a 6-pack? Yeah. That's not where those are supposed to be. You don't even have legs, but you have knees?
I mean, they don't even really look like something that should be swimming. They look like otherworldly.
They look like an accident.
Completely.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Respect them, don't like them.
Right.
Yeah.
I respect everything that I'm afraid of.
They should just be in the ocean.
Totally.
Yeah.
Which is famously why I get a little scared of the ocean sometimes.
I love the ocean.
Like the fact that there are just things like that swimming around in there, crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't scare me when I'm in the ocean.
Really?
No.
Oh, it kind of freaks me out.
No.
I also think it's so crazy that we even want to go to space when we haven't even explored all the depths of our ocean.
I would go to space, but not like with Musk.
Yeah, right.
But like
with the
old
the
days
opposing
NASA.
team.
Like,
right.
Yeah.
First, we're doing exploratory work up there.
But have you ever heard about like people that go to space and then they come back and they like fall into deep depression?
Oh, yeah.
Because they're like, what are we doing?
No, totally.
Yeah.
I think I would feel that way 100%.
Yeah, I'm already depressed, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll fix me.
Right, literally. I mean, I feel like I even just like visit a new state and I feel that way.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
It's like,
yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, well, how about your ugly?
You're not going to like my ugly.
Okay.
Because my ugly is themed parties.
Oh, no.
I know, and I'm guilty. I'm guilty of having them and making everyone do them, but we're doing them too much these days.
Sure.
I went to a surprise proposal the other day. Tell me why it was Hobbit themed. I love these people, and I was like the only one not dressed up, and then I felt dumb. I was like, I don't have Hobbit gear, and you all look so cute.
Totally.
And I have a hard enough time picking out my own clothes in the morning.
For sure.
Much less finding an outfit for the substance themed birthday party you're having.
100%.
Yeah. So I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I know you're passionate about that, but I just can't do it.
I get it. I think for me, it is something that can happen too frequently.
Yes.
You have to strike the appropriate balance.
Yeah.
I also think the theme needs to be attainable for everyone.
That's my thing. I think if the theme is something like, you know what my favorite theme was that someone had? Anything but a cup party or something.
Oh.
Where you have to bring something to drink your drink out of. It just can't be a cup. I brought a watering can.
Okay, cute.
And so those themes I'm all for.
Yeah.
But if I have to buy an outfit for it, I'm simply not doing it.
See, sometimes I won't want to, but like I want to show up in theme, so I am going to spend the money, but then I'm going to regret it later.
Exactly.
I think for me, I love any excuse to wear a wig. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. I find that to be so fun.
A wig party can be fun.
Yeah. Which I don't necessarily need to limit myself to a themed party to wear a wig, but
yeah. No, you don't.
Yeah.
Wear one anytime.
So true.
Yeah. We have one wig in our house, and it's this little sexy little redhead wig.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes I'll just put her on.
Yeah,
why not? And then 3 minutes later, I don't know how people wear wigs every day because I sweat. They're so hot.
Yeah, and my head gets unbelievably itchy.
Yes, and they're like warmer than a winter cap.
Oh, for sure.
They're like, don't need to wear one of those, just wear a wig.
Yeah, so true.
And you'll be roasty toasty.
Better job at covering your ears anyway.
Exactly.
I've collected quite a few wigs over the years.
Really?
Yeah, I think I have like 8 now.
Do you take care of them then when you store them? Because we just like throw it in the back of a closet and then it's like a tangled mess.
I feel like I take a little bit of care of them in the sense that they all exist in their own plastic bag.
That's nice.
Which helps so they won't rub on each other.
Yeah.
But they come out and you have to brush them. I think I'm also not buying high quality wigs.
God, no.
Mine are certainly made of synthetic materials.
Exactly.
So a normal hairbrush doesn't always go through them in the proper way.
No, and then you'll see these like influencers that are like professional like hair people.
Yeah.
A lot about hair in this episode. But they'll be like, here's how you can make a drag wig out of a $10 Walmart wig. Yeah. And they do it. And
I know,
I'm
so
like,
impressive.
Yeah. And they're using like exactly the right temperature heat to like not melt the plastic, but still.
I know.
It's incredible.
I love watching all the like lace installment videos.
Oh my God,
so
yes.
satisfying.
Have you seen that like toupee girl that puts toupees on?
Oh my God, yes. I actually have tons of questions about that because I am wondering like, how long do those stay on? Can you shower? Like, what are the rules?
You can shower.
You can?
That's what they say.
Okay.
But what kind of glue is that?
Well, I'm like, isn't the hair growing underneath it?
It must be.
Because like she just shaves them.
Yeah. And also like, if you sweat, isn't that underneath the wig?
Right.
Does the glue just absorb it?
Yeah, so
I
true.
have so many questions.
I know.
I don't think I want to know the answers.
No, totally.
But congratulations. I love that.
Oh my God. And the confidence boost, the complete change from start to end of every single one of those videos. I'm like, I am so happy for you.
I will be going to Turkey someday.
Fuck yes.
Absolutely.
I know. I keep being, so James is like, Widow Peak keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, it just keeps going back.
And I'm just like, what are you going to do about that someday? Like, are you interested in, there are opportunities for you. Like, I feel like straight men never explore. They just kind of live with what they've got. And I don't think that that's bad by any means. Like, embrace your natural beauty.
Of course.
But I also feel like if it is something that is a point of insecurity for you, it is so, like, I feel like people are like, oh, well, it's too feminine to like care about my personal appearance.
Oh God.
Yeah.
No.
Do
it.
Absolutely. Everybody does it.
Yeah. Why not?
We're all vain.
Life is short.
Life is so short.
Yes. Get the hair transplant. Go to Turkey.
Well, and then I love like the videos of like all the guys coming back on the plane and it's just like everybody with like busted up
bandaged
heads.
up.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it. I
so
love
good.
it. I'm like, okay, divas.
Yes.
We did the damn thing.
Literally.
I love it.
I know. Well, now it's like if you look at any famous like celebrity, he's probably had a hair transplant.
Oh,
you know?
And veneers, which I hate.
I feel the same.
I'm very sad about the loss of, like, everyone has the same teeth and they're all too big and too white.
Big. Nobody can talk over them.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm very anti veneers because I have a couple fake teeth and I had to. And they are like, first I got, my orthodontist journey was absolutely insane.
Really? I had a good one.
And I had braces for about 8 years.
2 years in and out.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, you should be.
And I had, the whole time we were trying to make room for implants because I never had adult eye teeth, like my canines.
Hi.
And so we had to, we basically had to, well, my oral surgeon was like, even if I tried to put implants in your mouth, there is like a pretty good chance that I would paralyze you.
What?
Like he was like, I think I would hit a nerve. We haven't made enough room. I don't see this being possible, basically. And he was like, I think that you are going to have to do like bridges, veneers, like find something else. And so I ended up getting just like fake teeth that had wings on the back. But it was right. It's my eye teeth, so it's right where you chew.
Okay.
So they were falling out constantly.
Wings?
Like little wings that just like glued to the back of my real teeth on either side. And that's how it was like supposed to stay in there.
Interesting.
And those were not staying.
No.
So then they ended up shaving one healthy tooth down on either side and capping that.
Okay.
And then the fake tooth was like glued to it.
I have 2 veneers because my adult teeth that grew in were baby sized.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so they were like these 2 little nubs.
Because mine were babies, but they were like they were like loose and everything.
Oh, yeah. No, I just had 2 tiny little teeth next to my canines.
That is so funny.
And they're like, you don't have to. I was like, do it.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Well, and for me, so I remember the day that they shaved down my little nubs.
I don't like that. That would freak me out.
And I was just like, this is hell. First of all, it's also bad because when you do it this young, and this is probably the average age of people getting veneers.
Exactly.
Your teeth are still young and healthy. Your nerve endings are massive.
Have you seen what their natural teeth look like before they put the veneers on?
It's terrifying.
Why would you ever do that?
I know.
No.
And veneers are not forever. Like you're gonna have to get those
You're gonna
replaced.
have to keep doing that
forever and ever and ever.
And I hate dental work. I hate when they're on your tooth.
There's nothing worse.
And it feels cold and awful.
And you can it's like drilling into your brain
and
somehow.
Tooth dust is going in your face. I hate dental work.
Me too. I feel the exact same.
Yeah, no. So you couldn't pay me $1 million to get veneers.
There was like a video of Tana Mojo or whatever. Yeah. She was like talking on her I think she was just making a TikTok, and then one of her veneers like popped out mid-sentence. She like ended up posting the TikTok because she's fucking insane. But she was like, that was basically her like never get veneers, because then it was just her little nubby stub. Yeah.
No, I feel like Amy Lou Wood is really doing a lot for the anti-veneer community.
100%. And God bless her for it.
I love. She looks so good. I love her teeth.
Amazing.
Teeth should have character.
I think so too.
It adds to your own.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
I know. That's her whole vibe.
Yes.
Yeah. And then there are so many celebrities, like Miley Cyrus used to have great teeth. I miss her teeth.
They don't look good anymore.
No. It's so sad.
Taylor Swift has veneers.
Does she?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
But she's had them changed multiple times.
Okay.
You know, like, I mean, I love Taylor, but I'm not like a crazy Swiftie.
Yeah.
I've seen like things where it's like all the different teeth Taylor's had.
Yep.
I'm like, whoa.
Honestly, shout out to the people who do that research for us, because I love to see.
Yeah, I do.
See.
Yeah, I do want to see it all.
Yeah.
Or like the TikTok doctors that I don't actually believe, but like review celebrities and they're like, here's everything they had done.
Literally.
Love those.
No, totally. It's like face down all of the like different injectables.
And I'm watching, I'm like, I would do that. No, I would never do that procedure. I would get that one done. No,
Totally.
Who does that?
Absolutely. Yeah. I completely feel the same. I am anti-veneer though. I just think if you're it's not worth it.
No.
That's a permanent change.
Unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
It's just so bad.
Yeah.
And then like I like even me, I think these, because are yours technically veneers, or are they full fake teeth?
No, it's because the baby teeth are still underneath.
Okay.
So it's just they just put veneer on over that.
Yeah.
And never had any issues with them.
Okay. How long have you had them?
Since I got my braces off in 8th grade.
Oh my God, that's forever.
Yeah.
Okay, because I feel like my prosthodontist, my fake tooth doctor, told me like 8 to 20 years is usually the range.
Okay.
And she was like, your dentist will probably be able to tell if they're becoming loose.
Wow. Well, I'm past 8 years, but not yet 20. So
yeah. Knowing my luck, I'm going to be on the short end of that, and I'm going to go ahead and say I have 8 at best. There was a day during the pandemic when I bit into my favorite Gotham bagel sandwich.
Oh no.
A pastrami, egg, and Swiss on a super egg everything bagel.
Oh, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm. And I bit into my sandwich and my entire veneer popped out into the bagel. No. And it was my first time losing one of my actual like nubby ones.
Yeah.
So first of all, I took a breath in. Oh my God, immediate, like it hurt
Nerve
so
pain.
fucking bad.
Ow,
yeah.
Ow, ow, ow.
And so I couldn't barely eat anything. I was at straw for the next few days. I immediately called my prosthodontist and I was like, please, can you get me in? I was like a 23-year-old grown-ass woman.
Yeah.
And when she told me that because of the pandemic, I couldn't bring my mom, I was sobbing over the phone.
Can she sit in the car then?
I know. Oh my God, that was horrible. And then, yeah, they couldn't get me in for a few days. So it was like, I like barely could open my mouth.
Oh no, awful. I have those like braces or like permanent retainers in the back of my teeth. Thank God, because Lord knows I didn't wear my retainer.
Oh, 100%.
Still don't.
Yeah.
That thing wouldn't even go on my teeth anymore. Yeah. They've moved a little.
Totally.
Not a lot, but yeah, no. Those have broken on me a couple of times and I had to get them replaced.
Yeah. There is something about dental work out of like, I feel like we've gotten so far in Western medicine in so many ways, but dental work, I'm like, this is medieval ass shit.
Awful.
Yeah.
If it were up to me, I would be sedated. I would be fully put under anesthesia for a cleaning.
Same.
I don't want to be there.
I don't even get why we can't do that. I don't want to be present for this.
Also, laughing gas, never experienced that. I feel like I've heard about it everywhere.
So true.
I've never heard of that in an actual dentist office.
No.
Did we stop doing that?
Yeah, and why?
I would like it.
And because I see that my Mormon girls get it when they go get their Botox.
Really?
Mm-hmm. When I've been watching that more Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh yeah, I never watched that.
And they don't really believe in like drinking, smoking, anything like that. So they go to get Botox because they also get to get high.
Just fucking drink.
I know.
And smoke weed. Like, you're doing everything you possibly can to like skirt the rules.
100%. Just participate.
Like, what do you mean? Just
do the damn thing.
You know you're still breaking the rules.
Yeah.
Your made up rules.
I know.
Like, what do you mean you can get Botox, but you can't have coffee?
Exactly. It makes absolutely no sense.
I don't get it.
I do eventually want to try one of the Mormon soda shops, though. That is on my list.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it does.
I would like that.
Because the flavors those girls are mixing up are crazy.
I'm sure they're amazing.
Absolutely. There's like 7 things that go in just one.
God, I love that.
And it's like a big gulp from 7-Eleven
I miss
size.
those. Or the Big Buddies from Quick Trip. Did you ever get those? Yeah.
Quick Trip, I needed to make its way into Illinois.
I know.
That is probably the most Republican thing about me is that I love a Quick Trip.
Are they Republican?
As fuck.
I don't care. I love it.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sue me.
You can't be ethical in a capitalist society.
It's so true.
I want Quick Trip. But
No,
they're
like,
so nice.
I know, completely. Whenever I'm in there, I get called honey. Everyone's treating me so
Yes. The double
wonderfully.
chocolate muffins.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to a Buc-ee's?
Yes. It's been ages.
Oh my God.
Because that's also a gas station.
Yeah. It's like a gas station and like a Costco
Yeah.
and like everything in like a outdoor hunting store.
Of course.
And they have like 1,400 gas pumps. I went into one for the first time about a year ago and it was 2 a.m. because we were driving on a road trip.
Mm-hmm.
You would have thought it was 1 p.m. on a Sunday. It was packed. They have carts. People are like shopping in there.
I feel like that's a big one amongst the like trucker community.
Truckers aren't allowed.
No way.
That's how popular they became.
No way.
So literally anytime you see a Buc-ee's across the street is an actual like trucker gas station. Semis are not allowed.
Wait, that is
They adopted
crazy.
every good thing about a trucker gas station and made it for people that aren't truckers.
For the normies.
The bathrooms are so nice. They have an entire deli of just beef jerky and like different kinds of beef jerky. They have a whole hot brisket bar.
Okay, that's heaven on earth.
The coffee's like $1.
Of course.
They have every kind of milk creamer you could ever want.
Oh my God.
It's incredible. And I think they're opening one outside of Madison soon.
Okay.
Which will be like the most northern one because they're all like in the South.
Yeah. Die and take me to Buc-ee's.
And also people like buy their swimsuits. Have you seen that?
No.
Because of course they sell swimsuits there. And if you're ever on...
Like branded?
Yes, they have Bucky the Beaver all over them.
Oh
Next time you're on like a
God.
beach vacation or at the Wisconsin Dells,
Yes.
keep an eye out. You will see
That's the perfect place to wear your
Bucky
Buc-ee's
Beaver
merch.
ugly swimsuits. I didn't get one. I drew the line somewhere.
Right. We all have to have boundaries.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God. Yeah. I feel like they are like exclusively a road trip situation for me.
Oh, yeah.
But hopefully it'll be on my route home to Madison.
Exactly.
That would be electric.
It would be amazing.
I know sometimes James and I, if we're going back to Madison, we'll like specifically wait so that we're really hungry so that we can get the breakfast sandwiches as soon as we cross state lines from Quick Trip.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So good.
God. Yeah, they don't have them here, do they?
No. I love a fancy gas station. I also feel like some of the other big ones are like I used to always feel like I was really doing something if I was hitting a Casey's general store.
Yes.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Casey's, Loves.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were the good ones.
Mm-hmm. Those were always like, aisles on aisles. There's at least a couple restaurants attached.
Yeah. My family left me at a gas station once.
No way.
Like at 4 o'clock in the morning in Chattanooga, Tennessee on a road trip. Because we were caravanning with like down to Florida for spring break. And it was me and then it was like my cousins and aunt and uncle.
Uh-huh.
And we stopped at this like not a good part of town gas station. Like when you walked into it was a tiny gas station. When you walked in, they had bulletproof glass around the register with screenshots from like the CCTV footage of all the times they've been robbed.
Oh gosh.
And it had like a 1-stall bathroom, so we all had to take turns using it. And I was the last one. And I went to the bathroom and I walked back out of the gas station and both the cars were gone.
No.
And then
no.
and I just looked around and I didn't have a cell phone or anything. I just look around and then all of a sudden I see like a minivan come whipping around the corner like we're so sorry. Apparently they like called my aunt and uncle and they're like, oh, did Colton get in your car? And they were like, no. And they were like, well, he's not in our car.
Oh God.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it makes it 10 times worse that it was like middle of the night.
Yeah, and like it wasn't at a Buc-ee's. I would have been fine. I would have just walked back inside and said, perfect.
Yeah, this is actually what I wanted.
Stay here, actually. Yeah. Pick me back up on your way home.
One time my dad said that his family left him. I think it was like at the movies or something, like classic. Like everyone went to the movies, sat down, then everyone needed to take a restroom break, got in the car, went home. And he was like one of, let me count in my head, I think one of 7 children.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
And so, you can't keep them all straight.
You're gonna do a roll call every time.
And my dad specifically remembers like trying to like walk home like on like the highway.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah. And
they forgot about him that long.
Yes.
Oh God.
And this was of course pre-cell phone, all of that.
Yeah.
So like, and he it still scars him to this day, I know, because he like will still bring it up and he is very stern about it.
I bet that's childhood trauma.
Absolutely.
I don't know if he'll admit it, but it is.
Totally. I know dads have that tendency, don't they?
I was fine. It's a character.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I have one last question for you.
Okay.
Is your hater mode activated today?
My hater mode is always activated, but kind of in a way that's to better society.
Okay, totally.
You know what I mean?
I love and respect that.
And I don't like mean haters. And by that, I mean like...
No, right.
Mocking people for the sake of mocking them. I'm trying to make people better.
Yes.
I'll never make fun of your looks or something out of your control.
So true.
But if you're being a dumb fuck, I'm a hater.
100%. No, I feel like the rule is like you can't punch down.
No.
Of course.
I can just look at someone and say, you're doing that wrong.
Yeah.
You should be doing that different.
Completely.
Yeah.
Hey, you're making a giant fool of yourself.
Yes. And all of us.
No, I think I do think that there is a way to be a hater in a positive way.
Yeah.
And you're executing on that.
Thank you.
Here on this podcast.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I would say my hater mode is, I honestly don't know if it's activated today. I feel like I had one of those Mondays where it kind of just flew by and I didn't
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's good.
It is. So I can only, I'm sure Tuesday it's all going to come crumbling, you know?
Well, maybe.
It's better to go in with that attitude. We have to assume the worst, hope for the best.
Because then when you think it's going to crumble and it doesn't, best Tuesday ever.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, thank you so much for coming on
Oh my
this
God,
podcast.
thank you for having me.
This is so fun.
It was so fun. I want to keep talking for 3 more hours.
No, same. I could chat with you forever.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll come back
you
anytime.
have to come back.
I will.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for listening. We'll chat with you again next week. Bye.
Bye.
And that's a wrap. I had fun. How about you? As always, thank you for living, laughing, loving, and most importantly, listening to my podcast. Want to stay in the loop? You can find us at Pessimistic at Best on Instagram, or if it's me you're looking for, that'll be at Sam Georgeson on all platforms. Don't forget to rate and review the show, and if bonus content is your thing, you can gain access to extra episodes by joining our Patreon. The link is in our show notes. And last but certainly not least, shout out to James for being the brains behind this operation. Couldn't do it without you, honey. Okay, see you next week.